Welcome to Simply Logical, this is Venkatesh. Interview puzzles are critical thinking problems much like brain teasers. In this video, I am presenting 10 such interview puzzles which are commonly asked in interviews. Feel free to pause the video after each puzzle and try yourself before checking the solution. Let's everyone know your answer in the comment section. So let's check the puzzles now. An Arab sheikh tells his two sons to race their camels to a distant city to see who will inherit his fortune. The one whose camel is slower will win. The brothers, after wandering aimlessly for days, ask a wise man for advice. After hearing the advice, they jump on the camels and race as fast as they can to the city. What does the wise man say? So let me repeat the puzzle. An Arab sheikh tells his two sons to race their camels to a distant city to see who will inherit his fortune. The one whose camel is slower will win. The brothers, after wandering aimlessly for days, ask a wise man for advice. After hearing the advice, they jump on the camels and race as fast as they can to the city. What does the wise man say? Let's check the solution now. The wise man tells them to switch camels. Let's check how this will work. Each son owns a camel. Let's call them Camel A and Camel B. If Camel A is slower, son A gets the fortune. If Camel B is slower, son B gets the fortune. Neither of the sons wants to enter the city first because they won't get the fortune. When they switch camels, son A is now riding his brother's camel, Camel B, and son B is riding his brother's camel, Camel A. Now they each want the camel they are riding to get to the city first. If son A wins the race on Camel B, that means his camel, that is Camel A, was slower and he wins the fortune. The same is true for the other way around if the second son wins the race on Camel A. Thus, the suggestion given by the wise man is tell them to switch the camels so that the task will be completed soon. There are two ducks in front of a duck, two ducks behind a duck, and a duck in the middle. How many ducks are there in total? Let me repeat. There are two ducks in front of a duck, two ducks behind a duck, and a duck in the middle. How many ducks are there in total? So let's check the solution now. The solution to puzzles like this is always the lowest number possible. Once you start thinking small, you can go through the possibilities. It can't be one or two ducks, it is because you won't get two in front of a duck. So let's start with 3 and think logically. Let's line them up. The answer is almost there without playing around with formations or piling them up or overlapping them. From a simple line of 3, you can have 2 in front of the last duck, 2 behind the lead duck, and 1 is plumb center. Thus the solution to this puzzle is 3. 2 ducks are in front of the last duck. The first duck has 2 ducks behind. 1 duck is between the other 2. Five people were eating apples. A finished before B but behind C. D finished before E but behind B. What was the finishing order? Let's check the solution now. The solution is C, A, B, D, E. Let's check how it is. So let's check putting the first 3 in order first. A finished in front of B but behind C. So the order is C, A, B. Here it is clear that A finished before B but behind C. Then we know D finished before B. So the result is C, A, B, D. Finally, we know E finished after D, so C, A, B, D, E is the order. So if you go step by step like this, any puzzle will become easy to solve. So in interview also, you will be getting a sufficient time in order to solve such kind of problems. You have to think logically, go step by step, and definitely you can achieve the task. Let's move on to the next puzzle. Jack is looking at Anne. Anne is looking at George. Jack is married, George is not, and we don't know if Anne is married. The question is a married person looking at an unmarried person? Let's check the solution now. The answer is yes. Here the statement is true, that is a married person looking at an unmarried person? The statement is true. How? If Anne is married, then she is married and looking at George, who is unmarried. If Anne is unmarried, then Jack, who is married, is looking at her. Either way, the statement is correct. So what is n in the sequence? 6, 9, 27, 54, n, 2241. Let's check the solution now. The answer is 675. The logic is the next number in the sequence is n squared minus m, where n is previous number and m is current number. So let's consider the second number. Here n is 6 and m is 9. Hence next number is 6 square minus 9, which is equal to 27. Consider the next number after 9. Here n is 9 and m is 27. Hence the next number is 9 square minus 27, which is equal to 81 minus 27, which is equal to 54. Similarly, consider the next number. Here n is 27 and m is 54. Hence the next number is 27 square minus 54, which is 675. Thus the value of n is 675. You can validate the next number using the same logic. That is 54 square minus 675, which is equal to 2241. Let's move on to the next puzzle. At a party of 35 people, there are twice as many women as children and twice as many children as men. How many of each are there? Let me repeat the puzzle. At a party of 35 people, there are twice as many women as children and twice as many children as men. How many of each are there? The solution to this puzzle is 20 women, 10 children and 5 men. So how to solve this? To figure it out, let m be the number of men and you get this equation. So this equation, because there are m number of men and the number of children is twice as men, hence number of children is 2m. And since number of children is 2m, total number of women is 4m, because number of women is twice as many as children. Thus the equation is 4m plus 2m plus m equals 35. After solving for m is 5. Thus number of men is 5, number of children is 2 into 5, which is 10, and number of women is 4 into 5, which is equal to 20. Let's move on to the next puzzle. A man has 53 socks in his drawer, 21 identical blue, 15 identical black and 17 identical red. The lights are out and he is completely in the dark. How many socks must he take out to make 100% certain he has at least one pair of black socks? The answer to this puzzle is 40 socks. If he takes out 38 socks, adding the two biggest amounts, that is 21 and 17, although it is very unlikely, it is possible they could all be blue and red. To make 100% certain that he also has a pair of black socks, he must take out a further 2 socks, which results in 40 socks. By doing so, he will make sure that he will get at least one pair of black socks. This burning rope problem is a classic logic puzzle. You have two ropes that each take an hour to burn, but burn at inconsistent rates. How can you measure 45 minutes? You can light one or both ropes at one or both ends at the same time. Let's check the solution now. Because they both burn inconsistently, you can't just light one end of a rope and wait until it's 75% of the way through. But this is what you can do. Light the first rope at both ends and light the other rope at one end all at the same time. The first rope will take 30 minutes to burn. Even if one side burns faster than the other, it still takes 30 minutes. The moment the first rope goes out, light the other end of the second rope. Because the time elapsed of the second rope burning was 30 minutes, the remaining rope will also take 30 minutes. Lighting it from both ends will cut that in off to 15 minutes, giving you 45 minutes altogether. Let me repeat the solution. The first rope will take 30 minutes to burn. The moment the first rope goes out, light the other end of the second rope. Because the time elapsed of the second rope burning was 30 minutes, the remaining rope will also take 30 minutes. Lighting it from both ends will cut that in off to 15 minutes, giving you 45 minutes altogether. A girl meets a lion and unicorn in the forest. The lion lies every Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, and the other days he speaks the truth. The unicorn lies on Thursdays, Fridays and Saturdays, and the other days of the week he speaks the truth. Yesterday I was lying, the lion told the girl. So was I, said the unicorn. What day is it? The answer to this puzzle is Thursday. The only day they both tell the truth is Sunday. But today can't be Sunday because the lion also tells the truth on Saturday, that is yesterday. Going day by day, the only day one of them is lying and one of them is telling the truth with those two statements is Thursday. Thus the solution to this particular puzzle is Thursday. Find a 6-digit number containing no zeros and no repeated digits that satisfies the following conditions. The first and fourth digit sums to the last digit as do the third and fifth digits. The first and second digits when read as a 2-digit number equal 1/4 the fourth and fifth digits. The last digit is 4 times the third digit. This is quite difficult logical puzzle. If you follow step by step, then this problem becomes easy. You have to follow steps properly in order to achieve the correct solution. The solution to this particular puzzle is 192768. Let me explain how to solve this puzzle. If you call the number A, B, C, D, E, F, then you get the following equations. That is A plus D equals F and C plus E equals F. This is because the first and fourth digit sums to the last digit as do the third and fifth digits. And according to the second condition, the first and second digits when read as a 2-digit number equal 1/4 the fourth and fifth digits. Thus the equation is AB equals DE divided by 4. And finally, the last condition says the last digit is 4 times the third digit, hence the equation is F equals 4 into C. The only number that work for C and E are 2 and 6 or 4 and 8. And in order to make F a single digit number, we can deduce that C equals 2, E equals 6 and thus F equals 8. So far our numbers is A, B, 2, D, 6 and 8. Now we know A plus D equals 8. So A and D are both odd numbers because the sum of two odd numbers only results in even number. The only odd number less than 8 that we can use for D to make 1/4 of 2-digit number D6 also be a 2-digit number is 7. So D equals 7 and A is 1. This makes the 2-digit number AB, which is 19. Thus the solution to this particular puzzle is 192768. So that's all for this video. Let me know for any questions. I will try to answer as soon as possible. If you are new to the channel, do subscribe to the channel for the newest videos watching. Thanks for watching and thank you for your support.